Good afternoon and welcome to Audiotree Live. Today is November 22nd, 2021. And on this sunny Monday afternoon, we're so excited to have with us in the studio, Liz Cooper. Watching Audiotree Live, and we're in the studio with Liz Cooper. You all can go ahead and just tune up and gear up for the next song. And I will just say, man, it's been like a couple of years since we've had you in here. Obviously, the Far Out is amazing, and then having you at the festival was amazing. So it's so good to have you back. Honestly, that show, that like after show at the festival, was one of my favorite shows ever. Like at that weird little man, that bar that had, it was like a bandstand outside. Do you remember? Like late. It was like pretty late. I think 11 or something before you guys went on even. Trying to remember. In Kalamazoo? Yeah, your brain's like, yes, maybe.
Yes, I do actually remember that. That was the first time I saw King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Yes, King Gizzard
and that blew my mind.
Wizard. Dude, what a wild band, honestly. Yeah. All right, why don't you go into that next song, and then we'll chat. You're watching Audiotree Live. We're in the studio with Liz Cooper. So y'all just finished up a tour, wrapped it up last night at Lincoln Hall, which Jessica and I were lucky enough to be at. Great show.
Thank you.
And you said on stage that it was kind of bittersweet. I'm curious, how you feel today, like this morning waking up after it's done.
I feel extremely refreshed today.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah.
Normally I would wake up and I would have to drink like 3 cups of coffee to
try and get anywhere.
Yeah, just to get anywhere. And then, from there we stop at gas stations. I drink more coffee to just get through the day.
Yes.
But today I just had a shot of espresso, which you led me to.
Yes, I did.
And that's all. I
you're
I
ready
feel
to
great.
go.
I feel refreshed.
Good.
Yeah.
Do you have, we had mentioned, I was wondering about your painting, which we'll get to in a second, but we had mentioned that, over COVID, at least, it was easier to establish, exercise routine, eating right, that kind of stuff, and that it's harder to do that on tour. I'm curious, when you look forward to being back on break, will you primarily put your energy towards, the painting that you're doing, or,
Yeah, I think that's kind of a good way for me to reflect, and it's also kind of like a journal for me. So
Sure.
I definitely plan on doing a lot of painting and reflecting, but a lot of relaxing and just wintering. I think winter is always a good time for me to write also.
Okay,
so I
sure.
feel like just over the last couple of years, I haven't, really, I guess over the last year, I haven't been able to write just because of all of the madness happening. I think I feel a little bit more calm internally. And so I think it'll be a good time for me to write this season.
Yeah. We were even talking about sort of the wearing out of your body on tour. I wonder if, that will help relax. Your body's worn out. My brother's a marathon runner and he has really high anxiety. And he always says that if he can't get his run in or whatever, then his head's just spinning all the time. So maybe just burning, not burning yourself out, right? But doing it for a while here.
Right.
Then,
Yeah. I feel that too. I'm an anxious person.
Sure.
I need to move my body and not sit in the van for 8 hours a day.
Yeah, and not get to eat when you want. Be forced to eat when you have to.
Yeah, we're like a bunch of babies. It's if we don't get enough sleep and if we don't eat when we want and if we don't move, then we get really cranky.
I think maybe you just described humans.
Humans.
That's
we're human.
We're
humans. We're very human. Yeah.
About painting, just one more thing. Do you have a specific aesthetic you're going? Do you use specific tools? Are you acrylic paint? Are you doing murals? What kind of shit?
I feel like it always progresses.
Okay.
And but I love red and black.
Cool.
I feel like that's kind of a thing, and I love drawing lips. And
cool.
I don't know. There's just a longing there for me. I feel like for whatever reason, and I'll make things from whatever inspires me.
Sure.
Right now, I have a bunch of mannequins in my van that I'm definitely gonna.
I like
paint
that. That's
in some
weird
way.
and cool. It's gonna end up being creepy installation, but maybe a really beautiful installation.
I think creepy is beautiful.
Okay. Yes. Exactly. Yes. Both. Not mutually exclusive. All right. You can go to your next song when you're ready.
Perfect. Oh, Joe. Let's do Slice of Life.
Oh, cool.
Dressed in black with a gold chain that he'll be selling one day. Whistling songs and crooning, making eyes at the moon. Up all night like a worry, cigarette smoking fool.
You're watching Audiotree Live. We're in the studio with Liz Cooper. You mentioned red and black, and obviously there's an aesthetic going on here. Obviously, also, if people check out, for viewers, if you check out the album cover, it's her face red and then like a black background. And then even at the show last night, there was like an intense redness going on with the house lighting, which I noticed as well. That aesthetic preference, either aside or included, I'm curious how you think about specifically your guitar work changing. That was one of the biggest things that I noticed. Like, it just sounds, you've always done like noisy stuff, but there's even whole songs that are like, you know, instrumental only, like on the new record, and a lot more of that kind of, yeah, I don't even know what to call it, I guess. Noise?
Noise.
Yeah, have you moved? Do you find yourself moving in that direction as a guitar player, or just something you're experimenting with for now, or, you know?
I honestly haven't even thought about that.
Oh,
I think
sick. Okay.
I think it's just kind of what naturally happened.
Okay.
I mean, also, this is a totally new time for like of music for me, because this was the first time that I had written with Ryan and Joe.
Yeah,
and
sure.
So I think that was also kind of the first way that Joe like really got to know Ryan and I too, and us to know Joe in like a deeper way. And so there was just kind of this there was just this like mutual respect between all of us, and just kind of a willingness to try things. And I feel like, I mean, I've just grown a lot as a person and a musician. And I mean, we thought a lot about the songs that we were making, but we weren't necessarily like, let's make like this the best guitar solo, or let's make this the best drum part, or whatever. It was just like, let's make the best song possible. And so I think everything else fell in with all of that.
That honestly makes sense to me, because it felt like the way I described it to a friend of mine was like, it just feels like a very natural evolution in sound. It's not like it's super far away from anything you've ever done. You know, it's like moving from where you were to, you know, whatever this new future is. I even noticed lyrically, like, there's a little bit more, you've always been good at imagery, but there's a little bit more like directness, or like placed in the location. There's a song that you referenced, like being in Kroger.
Hot Sass.
Oh yeah, Hot Sass. Okay, yeah. So like a couple of those other more grounding things. And so, yeah, I assume then that's just a natural evolution of you knowing yourself better too, right?
Yeah,
like telling
definitely.
more straight story, or like honest stories about your life.
Definitely. And I think Nashville at the time, that was when I lived in Nashville, and that was just right before I moved up to New York. And that was just kind of, there was definitely like a madness happening, and where I was living, and just who I was surrounded by at the time, that really pushed me to just embrace the darkness and like the wildness. And I mean, I know that definitely played a large role in just the shifting of art and music for me. But yeah, I mean, Hot Sass, the whole thing was just me melting down in a Kroger parking lot. But that's a lot of conversations that I have with my friends. We'll be like, where do you go when you're depressed?
Yeah.
And like, I'm like, well, for some reason, I just get in my car and I start crying, and then I like come to at the Kroger. And then when I'm there, I'm like, well, I might as well go in. And, you know, I reference this can of soda called Fizz, and that's just like a Kroger brand, like seltzer water, Dr. Pepper. And, you know, I'm like, well, I might as well go in and do that. And then I would always run into people that I really knew. And it's just like the Nashville way.
Yes.
I think that's kind of the thing for a lot of people in Nashville, is like, you can't hide from anyone, no matter where you go. And so it's very vulnerable everywhere you end up.
Yeah, feels like you're exposed in some ways.
Yes, Nashville,
exposed. Well, it's great that it's relational, I suppose, then. The positive side of that is that you know people, right? But yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All
I
right.
have friends.
Yeah. I have friends. They're here. Look at them.
You guys are my friends?
They did do the heart thing on their chest earlier.
They did. Well, we were doing that to Joe.
Oh, okay. Just to Joe. Joe wouldn't send it back.
You were like, Joe?
When did that happen?
Just now.
Oh, he missed it. Just imagine you saw it. It was
Joe,
love to you, Joe.
I couldn't see.
All right.
Cameras.
Y'all can go ahead when you're ready.
All right.
Well, I'm aware that I'm not well. I keep things close so you can't tell. Does it bother you? Can you see right through the heart-shaped candy on my tongue? As safe it keeps when I feel numb and I wanna chew. 'Cause it tastes like you. Watch me choke, bittersweet, such a joke. You and me, let's strike a match on a gasoline. Up in smoke, you and me. Baby, do you hurt like me? I'll be fine, don't rescue me from the heart-shaped pill that's on my tongue that I'm gonna swallow just for fun. Beauty in the pain, they say. Well, I feel beautiful today. Oh, so beautiful today. But I just wanna feel okay. So watch me choke, bittersweet, such a joke. You and me, let's strike a match on a gasoline. Up in smoke, you and me. Everything is beautiful today. Everything is beautiful today. Everything is beautiful today. Even all the ugly people stop me on the sidewalk with bouquets of diamonds.
watching Audiotree Live. We're in the studio with Liz Cooper. Y'all can get ready to go into the last one, and I will say one more time, you can get Hot Sass, which is out now, and they are done touring for the year, except one show at Coast is Clear Fest in Florida on December 4th, so if you're in and around that area, check it out.
Oh, yeah. We're doing Motorcycle.
Are we going straight in?
Yeah.
Oh, we are.
Straight up. Sorry, we just had that conversation mentally.
Yeah, Ryan and I just spoke.
We just had it audibly.
Yeah.
Just to be sure.
All right.
Fancy drunks, their smiles so debonair, floating through the crowd just to greet a stare, going with the wind, and they feel alright, riding out the waves, taken to the night. Dancing disco queens and vintage shiny things, two streets past the threes, what they think they need, faded like always, moving through the days. So what's another bite? Sinking to the night. Take me for a ride on your motorcycle, feeling high than a motherfucker. Take me for a ride. Take me for a ride. Take me for a ride. Taken to the night. Personalities far and wide, talking about nothing, but that's just the style. Doing what they know, knowing what they like, feeling how they feel to help them sleep at night. How do you sleep at night? 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 Ride on your motorcycle, feeling high on another lover. Take me for a ride. Take me for a ride. Take me for a ride. Taken to the night. Take me for a ride on your motorcycle, feeling high on another lover. Take me for a ride. Take me for a ride. Take me for a ride. Taken to the night. Take me for a ride on your motorcycle, feeling high than a motherfucker. Take me for a ride. Take me for a ride. Take me for a ride. Taken to the night.
You're watching Audiotree Live. We've been in the studio with Liz Cooper. Follow the band on socials to get information about new stuff coming up, touring next year, all that kind of stuff. Thank you so much for coming in again and hanging out with us.
Thank you for having us.
Of course.
Nice to see you.
Thanks to all the people in the studio and sound engineers, camera and lighting crew hooking it up. Viewers, thanks for watching. You can support the band by downloading or streaming the session when it comes out in a couple of weeks. And from all of us in the Audiotree Studios, bye.
All right, so you guys want to do it for real now?